Good morning, everyone, and I welcome you all on this second day of the workshop on data visualization. And just to have a recap of what we discussed yesterday we had three speakers, and yeah, three plus one, four speakers we had. The first speaker introduced about what is business intelligence and what is data visualization, and it was given by Madhav Chahar. Second was given by Prathamesh Parab, and he works into clinical data research. And he explained the whole process, that how he works and how the clinical data research takes place. And we all know that some or the other way we are aware that we have taken some medicines, our maybe relatives, friends have undergone some treatment probably, and we have seen them that some sort of medication is being provided, and that medication is basically prescribed by some authority. Okay, so there is a research which happens, and then that medication, a set of medicines is given, and after that set of medicines are given to the patients, even the patients are being observed keenly, and after the readings of the patient's data, again the research is done whether those medicines are performing well or not. So this is what basically in clinical data research Prathamesh had explained, that this research is a cyclical research, this keeps on happening, and the company where he works, they basically prepare a report and they submit to the government authorities about how these medicinal drugs are performing on a particular patient or a group of patients. Then we had a talk from Ajay Khandekar about stock data. So he explained different terminologies. And after explaining about different terminologies, he basically also tried to explain the candle charts and other type of charts in stock data. And that is really helpful these days, because I see that post lockdown, the kind of awareness, the kind of craze people are having towards share market and stocks, that has enormously grown. Then the next talk was on sales data, and especially there you had also gone through one tool, which is Tableau. And today morning we had floated certain videos to set up and download Tableau as well as Power BI. So this is what till now we have covered. And now let us go ahead and try to discuss more and try to do experiment practically. So I would be including Power BI, I would be including Tableau, and I would also be including Python and Excel. So it will be a mix of tools, because whenever you are working in a company, it may happen that as a major, you might be using Tableau or you might be using Power BI. But when you have to clean the data, when you have to prepare the data, at that particular point of time, you may work with Excel, you might have to work with Python. So multiple tools you may have to use. So therefore, while exploring different domains, I would try to help you out with different tools. I'll keep my speed in a good pace so that you can follow. And here it might happen that we may not be able to evaluate or monitor each and every one of you, but surely we will share this recording so that you can rewind it and look back into what basically has been demonstrated, and you can do it again. And then also you can send us messages or any kind of query under that video section, and we will try to help you out resolve your query later on as well. So why to wait now? Let us basically start. If your friends are yet to join, you can basically ask them, you can just invite them from the given link. They can also join and get benefited. So let's start now. So today I would start talking about, first of all, sales and marketing, and then I would be moving towards the other part, that is the practical, then finance, then HR. So different use cases I will try to take up, and that is really going to be interesting and helping you out to work on it. whether you are a student, you are a professor, you are a working professional, and if you are working into sales and marketing, if you are working into HR domain, if you are working into finance domain. So this will be a kickstart, this will be a motivational, technical, practical session for you all. But if you really want to get in depth and you really want to become expert, I understand that you should gain something from today, and then you should keep on practicing so that you can become expert into these tools and into your particular domain. So let us begin with this one. And now I'm enabling I've enabled the chat option. You can always write anything in the chat, whatever query you have. First of all, I'm starting with sales and marketing, and let's just have a discussion over it, over the sales and marketing part. And then we will move towards some data sets and we will try to explore them with the help of tools. Sales and marketing, this is like an oxygen of a company, because if there is no sales and marketing, then how the company will be able to promote its services, its product. So very important pillar across multiple pillars. Like I said, HR is one, then technical team is another. So multiple pillars, sales and marketing is one of the important pillar. Now, sales analytics. So sales analytics is basically using the technology, building up the processes, which can help us to gather the data which is related to sales. And then we want to analyze the sales performance. That is what is the sales analytics. Now here, the sales managers, sales leaders, they actually need metrics. They need metrics to plan further goals, and in order to improve the internal processes, and also to basically understand what is the future forecast for gaining more and more revenue. And all this should be done in an accurate manner. One thing is that I can make assumptions, I can work on intuitions. That is one thing. Okay, I can work on intuitions. I can say that, okay, so this time we will have x crs of sales. So this is intuition. But intuitions are normally, you can say 2 to 5% to be used. Okay, I'll not say that intuition shouldn't be used. Intuition should be used. That makes us creative. But their percentage should be very less, 2 to 5%. Your major percent of making a planning, making a decision should come from data itself. That should come from data. So that is the primary perspective, that what sales managers, sales leaders, and sales officers should actually do. Let us move ahead. So we have understood that what is the objective, what is the goal. The goal and objective of sales analytics is to basically, in a very simple, understandable manner, to present the information which is available inside the organization related to sales. That is the objective. Now, this will help us to understand about the team, about the trend, and what are the further opportunities with us. Let us understand, yesterday also we had different domains, and in all the domains we understood that there are certain types of analytics. The good thing is that these types of analytics share each and every domain. Here also, I'll begin with descriptive analytics. It tells us about the past, what happened in the past. So descriptive analytics will work with historical data, and for example, it will be telling us about the revenue which is which we have acquired till now. It will tell us about that. It will tell us about number of users. So basically, whatever has happened in the past, it will tell about that. For example, we had recruited about 50 people in the last month, and this month we have recruited 25 people. So almost every month we are recruiting near about 25 to 30 people. So what is happening? Is the overall strength of employees in the company increasing? To my observation, it came that it is not actually increasing. It is increasing, but just at a rate of 1 or 2% per year. So why is it so? If we have 25 to 30 people every month which are getting recruited, then why not the strength of the company increasing? Because similar is the rate of churn also. Similar is the rate of people who are going out of the company also. So understand this, although an example from HR. So you can see that this is what, looking at the historical data, I can understand. Now, similar is the case with sales. Let's say my team in Pune is performing top most, and it has been performing the best from last 6 months. But this month, when I'm analyzing the data, so my Ahmednagar team, they actually went out of the box and they did something really good and they crossed the borderline and they are now on the top. So how did I get to know about this? Looking at the past data. So this is descriptive analytics. After descriptive analytics, we have diagnostic. So if I want that my Pune team should also remain competitive, I can drill down and understand what was the reason that Pune team did not perform well. So I can understand whether it performed well or not by the past data. So descriptive analytics can help me to diagnose as well. I can see every month's data and I can create a trend. So that trend can help me. So for example, let's take an example. So if we are getting a graph of let's say this kind, so this is a pink graph and this pink chart is for my Pune team, and you can see that this pink chart has ever been increasing. So from last 3 months it has been increasing, and for this month you can see the chart is decreasing. If I want to draw a line to understand more about this chart, so I can draw a line from these charts, and that is going to help me out that how the Pune team is performing. And let's say I draw a green boundaries, green bars for my Nagar team. So you can see that Nagar team was always performing on average, some average scores they were performing. But this time they basically did a big change in their working strategy, and you can see that they have even outperformed the Pune team, and this was a surprise to all of us. So green charts basically belong to the Nagar team, and here if you see that how their trend looks like, so I'm drawing a green line over here. So their trend was on an average same for the last 3 years, but this year they have shown an exponential growth. So you can see the green lines, they have shown an exponential growth. So this exponential growth, I need to understand the distance behind that, like why they basically were able to achieve this or how they were able to achieve this. And similar way, why my pink, that is my Pune team, could not perform this time. So that is basically diagnostic analysis. Now let us move ahead and try to understand predictive analytics. Now, in case of predictive analytics, if I try to, yeah, so if I go for predictive analytics and if I try to understand that what is going to happen in the future, so let's look back at the diagram once again, and if I extend this graph and try to see that what is going to happen in the future. So there is a trend line. There is a concept of trend line. Trend line tells us that what is going to happen in the future. So I'm drawing trend line with the help of yellow color for this pink one. So trend line basically is a line which averages the performance of multiple years. So this line, you can see the line which I have just drawn, that is a line for my Pune team, and it tells us that how the performance is going to be in future. And now you can see I'm making a prediction, okay, with the help of trend line, and this trend line tells me that the upcoming year Pune will remain here as per the trend line. Okay, and similar way, if you see the trend line, which is passing through the this one, let me draw it in orange color. The green, the Nagar team, the trend line is going to be like this. Okay, so this trend line averages the performances. Okay, so you can see that this trend line, the orange trend line, is getting affected by the current year's performance, because current year the performance is wonderful, amazing performance, and therefore the trend line is like this. Otherwise the trend line would have been, this would have been the trend line. You can see the below trend line, the orange line, this would have been the trend line if there would not have been this change in the performance. So now if I want to understand that how much will be the performance of the Nagar team, so you can see that it would be almost similar what they have done this time, almost similar. Okay, so this is how predictions are made, predictive analytics. Okay, now based on the predictions, we need to do prescriptive analytics. Prescriptive analytics tells us that whenever we are having the predictions with us, we need to ensure that we don't lose the opportunity, and we need to ensure that we don't get into the same loss again. So, for example, this time there was a loss in case of Pune team. So, we need to have some prescriptions, that means some strategies which can help us so that we don't make any kind of loss this time like we had in the last time. And similar way, the way we got profit in case of Nagar team, I should get similar profit next time. So what would be the strategies for it? That I need to basically ensure in prescriptive analytics. So I think now we can move ahead and we can understand the benefits of sales analytics. So sales analytics, it is basically said that it is the sales team's hidden power or superpower. You can understand why. Let's say, today is basically Ram Navami, right? So let me take example of Hanuman. Do you remember that example when basically they had to visit Lanka, and in between the whole ocean was there, and Hanuman was unaware of the potential powers Hanuman was having. So Mr. Jamwant, he basically told the hidden power Hanuman is having. Similar way, this is analytics. If you have data but you don't realize the potential, the power of data, then basically you have the superpower but you are not utilizing it. So therefore, analytics in sales is a hidden superpower. It can enable to spot key trends, deep dive, predict outcomes, and increase productivity. So all these things are possible with the help of sales analytics. It will also help to understand the team's ability. It will help you to understand where you should work inside the team, where you should prioritize. So all these things will be very much enabled by doing the analytics. So therefore, I would suggest, if you are working into sales team or you are working in technical team, you can closely work with your sales team and enable their analytics and help them to identify their key performance indicators, identify the loopholes they are having. Okay, fine then. So let's basically go ahead and try to see some of the metrics, because these metrics are going to help you out to understand that what exactly you should look for whenever you are doing sales analytics. So the first metric is sales growth. I won't get into the much details of them. This presentation you can refer. This has got examples also. So the first one is sales growth. This tells that how much revenue is increasing or decreasing over a specific period of time. Okay, it can be quarterly, it can be 6 month, it can be like half yearly, it can be over the couple of years also. So sales growth is one of the most important metric and common metric which everybody knows and talks about. I have given the formula here, you can refer it. Second one is sales target. So sales target is basically the goals you are planning for your company. Okay, and I believe those who are working in this, they are always struggling. First they make targets and they struggle and they work with the team hard to achieve the targets. Next one is, this is the formula given for the sales target percentage. Sales for the current period divided by sales target into 100, that is the sales target percentage. Then we have sales per representative. This is basically individual's performance. Very important. If you have a team of 5, and out of 5, if one is not performing well, it's a big challenge. Let's say on an average, each individual's target is to bring a value of 10 lakhs per week. And if one is not performing, then straight away you are losing your 10 lakhs, right? So sales analysis per representative, that also is an important metric. And then sales by region. So as I started with an example, my Pune team, my Nagar team, my Delhi team. So which region is performing well? That is another analytical ability, okay, which another metric which you should look upon. Then sales through rate. So sales through rate is basically that now if you can sell your inventory is basically, you can simply take it as you have a business, you have the whole setup of business, right from your office to whatever inventory is there inside office and your go down or okay other places. So this particular sales through rate, it will assess how quickly a business can sell its inventory. Okay, so sometimes we have a lot of stock, and normally a retail business or any business where basically some product is there which is which basically is a regular commodity, like weekly required, monthly required by the consumers. Many times there's so much of inventory and it's not saleable, then again that leads to loss. Okay, if you have a dead stock with you, that basically leads to loss. So here basically inventory sold divided by inventory received into 100, that is sell through rate. Next is sales per product. So you can go for per product, you can go for per subcategory, you can go for per category. So this I will show you practically. That is basically sales per product. So you need to understand many times. Recently, I visited a medical shop, and after buying some medicines, I also took some ice creams. Okay, and I asked, you gave me discount of 10% in the medicines, but you did not give me any discount on the ice cream. So he said, sir, ye rakhna padta ice cream. Customers buy it. Okay, customer buy ice cream, but ice creams don't give us any benefit. So, but we need to buy it. Okay, we need to keep it. So he said, no profit, no much profit in ice cream. Ulta thoda kharcha bhi hota hai fridge vridge ka. So you can understand that sales per product, ice cream is not basically the primary product of revenue for that medical store. The other products are revenue items. But in order to basically bring the customer there, if somebody wants to buy, let's say, a paracetamol, okay, so paracetamol, and they also want to buy ice cream. So they would come to this particular shop because they will get both the things. So sometimes you have to make such kind of associations, a grouping of the products. So sales per product is important. Again, another aspect which I added over here, sometimes there are groups to be created which help us to analyze that how the one performance can attract the customer, and eventually other product will help you to gain profits. Let's understand the next one, which is pipeline velocity. So this measures how quickly leads and prospect move through your sales pipeline. So marketing people will understand this thing. This is a complete marketing funnel. Okay, let me show you that. So a marketing funnel, basically, it starts with making awareness. Okay, for example, you are selling, let's say, something gold jewelries you are selling, and unique type of designs you have. So if you're selling gold jewelry with unique type of designs, so what is the first thing you should do? You should basically start with a funnel, and the funnel will start with making people aware. So I'm drawing here the funnel. The funnel will start with, yes, Swapnil, you can write your name here, but that should not have been done, correct? So let me erase your drawings. Thank you, Swapnil, for making your presence. Uh, Clear viewers drawing. Thank you. And let me disable the annotation. So I have disabled the annotation. Thanks for doing that. Okay, so let's move ahead. So here you can see that this a big ribbon, or you can say a bar I have drawn here. And after this, I'm drawing another bar, okay, which will be little less in size. Okay, I'll be drawing one more bar, which will be little more lesser in size. So I'll explain the meanings of this. This is called as a funnel chart, which basically we do in sales and marketing. It is called as a funnel chart. In this particular funnel chart, what happens? We start with making awareness. So marketing activity starts with making awareness. This awareness can lead to, let's say, 10 lakhs people. So out of 10 lakh, the 10 lakh people, the crowd won't become your customer. Out of them, only few would engage. Let's say out of 10 lakh, only 3 lakh actually got engaged with your marketing campaign, emails, chats, or YouTube videos, whatever strategies you are applying, only 3 lakhs. But out of those 3 lakhs, then how many basically shown interest and started to interact with you for a longer period of time? So let's say only 1 lakh people were there who actually started to converse with you, but even they did not become your customer. So ultimately, those who are taking the services, which are very less, okay, so normally which are very less, so those who are taking the services, they are just 500K, okay, so they are half of 1 lakh, so they got converted into customers. So only 500K. And this is a repeated service you are giving. Let's say repeated is jewelry is not a repeated service, one time service. Okay. Let's say you have some repeated business, maybe exchange of jewelry, a polishing of jewelry, something like that. So who will become your repeat customer? Then you can see that the ratio becomes even very, very low. Okay. Only let's say around 5K are basically repeated customers. Okay, repeat. So repeat customers. So this is basically the whole pipeline, okay, which is in the represented in the form of a funnel. So from the whole pipeline, you can see that if water comes from the main source, the pipeline is bigger. Then it comes to societies, pipeline becomes smaller. When it comes to your house, pipeline becomes even more smaller, right? So it's like that pipeline or a funnel chart. So this is funnel chart, again very much being used when we have sales and marketing analysis or similar kind of analytics. Now let us move ahead and try to understand more on it. This is the formula: sales qualified leads in pipeline X, average deal size X over all win rate. So a number of leads into average deal size into overall win rate, then divide by current length of sales cycle. That is the pipeline velocity. Okay, the speed of pipeline you have set. So this is very important. Okay, those who are into sales, maybe somebody who is doing here BBA and MBA in sales and marketing. So you better understand that yes, this is one of the important key parameter to be considered. Let us move ahead and try to understand quote to close. Okay, another thing, those who are dealing with directly with the customers, and they are finding it difficult that at what price should I quote that no negotiation, nothing, the deal should be closed. Okay, very important parameter. Okay, because I'm also a startup owner, even I need to think that okay, if I'm interacting with some customer, what price should I quote? So if you quote some wrong price, the customer may not discuss and just leave you. If you quote very less price, that will eventually you are putting yourself into a trap basically. Okay. So you need to put a price which basically is feasible for the customer, at the same time which is giving you good profit margins, because that is what that is why you are working, right? So this is basically determines the percentage of prospects who turn into paying customers. So this is another important area. Now let's move ahead and understand the formula: number of closed deals divide by number of quotes sent into 100. This is basically the quote to close rate. So what do you quote? It is very important. Now another thing is average purchase rate. Purchase rate. Okay. So purchase is basically what you are purchasing or basically what you are selling. Okay. So if you're selling something, that is average sales value. You're purchasing something, that is average purchase value. So even that is very much important. If you are manufacturer and you have a manufacturing unit, you need to look more into that. I'm into service domain, so I don't look much into the purchase rate. Yes, I although I look into my human resource cost, that how much a resource cost to me, and how much basically that resource help me to generate revenue. So that is something I look into because I'm into service industry. But if you are in manufacturing, you are developing some product where initial cost is involved from the vendors, then yes, this is a key parameter you need to look upon. The total sales revenue divided by the number of sales, that is basically sales revenue, and purchase will be with the vendors you are purchasing. Now let's come to the conclusive part before we enter into the practicals. So this part basically tells us about when you are going to create the sales analytics dashboards, so what sort of things do you should look for the tools. So you should look that the tool should give you interactive visualization. The graphs and those, I was drawing something here, but they were just static designs. Just to explain you, I drew something, right? It was static design, so I don't prefer that. Interactive designs it should be. Ease of use, it should not be very complex. I understand that some of you come from technical background, some of you come from BBA, business administration, IB background, some of you are coming from management, managerial positions, some of you are lecturers and trainers also. So you come from different backgrounds. Okay, now all sort of background, I can't ask you, okay, you just start programming, you start two technical tasks, writing SQL queries. I can't expect all those things. So second thing you should look into is ease of use, that it should be very easy to be used. And I'll tell you the real thing. As soon as you have to go to very depth, then yes, you need to be technical. But yes, we have tools which basically do a lot of things. Lot of the standard parameters are being analyzed without doing any coding. Okay, but yes, if you want to dive deeper, if you want to do certain customizations, obviously you need to be a little technical as well. Second thing is integration capabilities, because you must be working with XYZ company, and XYZ company is using A database, B cloud service, C some APIs. So these ABC should get integrated to your data visualization software. So integration capabilities you should see. Then, okay, now let me conclude with self promotion. If you need any kind of help, you can basically ask us. We can help you out with the sales analytics of improving the sales of your company. Let's now move towards the practicals. My team had already floated some videos, 2 to 3 minutes, 5 minutes videos, just to do the setup part. So first of all, I'm starting with Tableau. Let me start my Tableau desktop. So this is my Tableau public desktop. I'm starting it, and I'll be helping you out with all the data sets and everything. Here only I'll share those things. You can get it here and you can work along with me. And as I said, I won't be able to deal with solving out the errors during the video because we have limited time. And in the limited time, I have to demonstrate use cases to you. So whatever you have questions, queries, you can put it in the chat box, and the video will be available immediately after this session is done, this workshop is done. You can always send us a message under that video. We will revert to it. Okay, so I believe the Tableau window has started. So yesterday we already had the discussion. My teammate had already explained about the Tableau. So if you have not installed Tableau, I gave you another option in the video. So yes, again, self promotion I will do. You can go to our YouTube channel and watch the videos. You can like it, subscribe it, share it. So let me just show you, the videos are uploaded there. Just for this today's workshop, we have uploaded the videos. Let me go to the channel here. So this is Indeed Inspiring Infotech channel. You can go here, video section. Under the video section, you will be able to see that the latest videos. Okay, here you can see how to work with Tableau Public without installing it. So this tells that how you can work with Tableau Public just online, how to install Power BI on desktop, and how to uninstall Power BI if you have already installed and it is not working well, and how to install Tableau Public Desktop. So these 4 videos we had shared in the morning, and I believe very few of you have seen 10, 15, 7, 20. Few of you have seen the installation videos. So I believe that you have done it. So if you have not done it, yes, please, you can go here and you can basically do this once the session is over, or you can basically work on it parallelly if you can. If you are multitasking, you can do that. That's your choice. I am giving it to you as a choice itself. Now I will show you here also Tableau public link. So Tableau public login, I'm showing here also. You can go here, click on the first link, and then you have to sign in. So I'm already signed in over here. You can see I'm already signed in over here. So you have to sign in. And this is again a wonderful platform. Like we have LinkedIn, we can create communities into LinkedIn. Here also, basically, this is my profile. I'm sharing my profile with you. If you have already logged in into Tableau, you can connect with me and I can connect back with you. So let's connect professionally as well. Okay, so this is how you can basically create your profile. And once you are into your profile, click on my profile. Here you get an option to create a viz. As soon as you create a viz, the same kind of window will get opened up, which opens up when you have Tableau public desktop. Okay, and here basically you can upload the data from computer. So firstly, I'll be working on a data set which is called as sample superstore data set. It comes from sales finance background, so I'm basically covering this one. The most common platform which basically everyone is practicing when they are starting with Tableau or Power BI or any other visualization tool, most common data set. So I'll request you that you can also I can close this and I can share this particular data set with you. So here is the data set. I can share this data with you. I'm enabling the link for everyone. So here we have restricted. I'm just changing it to anyone with the link can have an access to it. And I'm sharing that with you. I believe we can do one more thing, which will make it very easy for us to share the material. I'm creating a Google Classroom just for today, this workshop. You can get connected to that, although I'll keep on sharing the data through the chat also, but at the same time I'm also sharing this particular Google Classroom link with you so that you can gain all the material over there. So you can join this particular classroom which I'm creating in front of you, and you can always get the material. So this classroom is named as workshop on data visualization, and that's it. Let me create it and you will get the code in front of you. So you can join this, and meanwhile the class is getting created, I'm sending the data set to you. So I've sent the data set to you. You can download this data set and you can work along with me. This is the Google Classroom code, and you can basically type this code and join the classroom, or you can click on the link which I've just sent in the chat box. You'll be able to get into the classroom. Okay, so I can see here in the people section if you are clicking on it and you are joining in. So I'll be able to see here. By the time you are joining in, I'm creating the link over here for the sales data. So let me create a material over here and let me write superstore, super store store data data visualization visualization, and I'm giving this link to everyone. So not this link, I need to give the data set from here. So sample EU, I'm adding that data set over here, so you can basically get the data from here also. So I have added the sample superstore data set in the classroom also, and now you can basically access this particular data set. So either you download it from the chat box or you can download it from here. Okay. So I can see, yes, 7 students have participants have joined. Yes, you can click and join this particular classroom. And for 30 seconds, I'm showing the link once again. And you can basically type this under Google Classroom, or you can click on the link which I have sent in the chat box. All right. So now let me help you with the data. You can see that this is the data set, and I can see many people have opened this data set. That's great. So here you can see that I have order sheet, I have return sheet, I have people sheet. So 3 sheets we have: order sheet, return sheet, and people sheet. 3 sheets. Order sheet, it is having the first column as row ID. So row ID is something which is unique. Like we have SQL databases and we create some tables, and table has got one column as unique column, which is basically primary key. Otherwise, you are a student, you have a roll number, you are an employee, you have employee ID, you have a product, you have a product ID, or product has got certain bars, right? Some bar lines are there. So all these things are unique. So something unique needs to be there in a product or a person, so that that person can be uniquely identified, that service could be uniquely identified. So that is row ID over here. Then we have order ID. So row ID is basically for this file. Order ID is the order which is placed. So this is getting repeated actually. Order ID is getting repeated because one order may have multiple products, and multiple products are entered into multiple rows. So one order can be can ID can repeat into multiple rows. Okay, so you can see that these two IDs are repeated, right? So why? Because that customer must have bought two items. That's why these are repeated. Okay, you can download this file. Okay, meanwhile I'm explaining, you can download this file. So here you can see then order date is there, when that order was placed, then shipping date is there. So let me tell you, let's say I made one order into Amazon, and Amazon basically the order was placed successfully. So that is order date, right? And one order ID also got created. So that is order ID. And then they shipped it into some date, that is shipping date. And shipping mode, some standard classes there, first classes there. So different classes are there. Okay, so mode. So normally we are not concerned about like which mode they send. Okay, but let's say if it is a 1 day delivery, then yes, probably there must be different modes of how the product is being sent to us. Then we have customer ID. So can you tell me in the chat box, is this data, can we call it as a master data, or can we call it as this data is denormalized? The answer should be yes or no for both the things. Okay. Yeah, you can basically answer this. Okay. You can chat. All right. So yes, so this data is actually called as master data. Okay, this is called as master data because master data contains everything. Okay, everything into one file. And this is denormalized. Okay, denormalized means what? Denormalized means normalized table will be split into multiple parts. Okay, your order table will be different, your customer table will be different, your city state, some region, that location table will be different. So all different tables would be there. Okay. Hmm. Fine. Then we have customer name, we have segment, we have city, we have state, then country. This is self understood, I need not to explain it to you. Then we have region, we have product ID, we have category, we have subcategory, we have product name, sales, quantity, discount, profit. So these many columns we have. I think good number of features or columns or attributes we are having, good number of attributes. Now second sheet we have is of returns. This returns basically tells that this particular order ID got returned. Okay, like today we have a good option. Whenever we buy something from Amazon, and if that product is not good, we basically immediately return it. So somebody comes the next day and take it back. So that is basically this thing, that which orders got returned. Then we have next thing as people. Okay, so people basically they are responsible people for a region. So you can call them as sales representatives or sales managers who were actually doing the sales in those particular regions, north, south, and central. So I have got three regions over here. Now let us work on this particular data set. So I am using Tableau, and I have the Tableau opened up here, and I'm going back to the Tableau window. You can see here. In the Tableau window, I have multiple options, connect options here. And under connect, I have Microsoft Excel, text file, JSON file, and other formats. My file is in Excel format. So I will be clicking on Microsoft Excel. And after clicking on it, I will be trying to search for that Superstore data, and I'll download it. I'll upload it here. So here is the sample Superstore data, and I'm uploading it. So this data is getting uploaded. So we spoke about whenever you are choosing a tool, that tool should be able to connect to all the standard file formats. Excel is most common format. So as far as I have seen any tool, all of them, they can get connected with Excel and CSV, such common file formats. Now you can see that here I have the order sheet, return sheet, people sheet. All the sheets are visible here. Now what I can do is I can select on which particular sheet do I need to work. I need to work on order sheet. So I'll click on it and drag and drop into the center area which is also called as a canvas. Okay, so the canvas area, or where we need to, canvas is basically where we draw something. Okay, so that sheet area would be called as a canvas, and this is basically a modeling section where we can drag and drop the tables and do the modeling part. So I'm telling you the very important part, that is data modeling, establishing the connections between the data, and even the in the ETL process, whatever pre-processing you want to do, transformations you want to do, you need to do here only. So now orders table is here, but I want people table also. So people and order are connected. So you can see that there's a line which is being drawn, and it is smart enough. It will automatically identify the connection also. Orders table has got region, people table has got region, and it will map them with the help of region. You can see that orders table region and people table region. So it is doing that only. Just look at this place: order, region, people, region. Okay, in SQL we call this as, what is this concept in SQL? By the time I'm joining the other one, you can write in the chat box, what do we call this particular concept in SQL? Now I'm integrating returns over here. Exactly, it is called as joins. And here we call it as blending. We are blending the data or joining the data. In relational databases, it is called as joins, correct? So I am blending the data or joining the data, and here you can see that it is getting joined over here, orders ka orders ID and returns order ID. So on the basis of order ID, my data got joined. So I have done the primary pre-processing I actually required. Now I can move ahead. And moving ahead, what I can do is I can basically start to work on this particular data by going to the sheet section. So here you can see on the bottom, there is a sheet section, go to worksheet. Another thing is a plus icon, which tells us to add more number of sheets. Another option we have, it is basically to, let me close this pop-up. Yeah, so this is basically to add new worksheet, this is to add new dashboard, and this is to add new story. So three things you can do here: you can add sheets, you can add dashboards, and you can add stories over here. Three things you can do. So let us go to the sheet first, and when we go to the sheet here, I've clicked on the sheet section, and you can see that I'm on the sheets now. First of all, I will tell you to identify the relevant questions which you can basically solve in order to create a dashboard, a report. So here basically we are concerned with the sales, the profit, the discount. So we are concerned with that because we are discussing about sales analytics. This is not having any kind of marketing vertical. It is all about sales, products, customers. So related to sales analytics. So to begin with, the first thing I would do is refer back to some of the metrics which we discussed under this presentation. So the data which we have, it can cover few of the metrics which we have in the sales presentation. So sales growth. So sales growth is about the number of years or over a specific period of time. So do we have something related to time here? Yes, we do have. We have this order date, which is related to time. So I will take this order date and put it under the column section. You can see that this order date has come as distinct years: 2015, 2016, 2017, and 2018. 4 years we are able to see. Now I will take the sales and I will put it under rows, and it will tell me over the period of time how the sales has been growing. And to my happiness, it is a positive trend line. Okay, positive slope we are able to see here. So now what we can do is I can basically uh, take this sales and put it under label so that we can see the exact value, that what is the value of sales, what is the value of sales in each of the years, so that we are able to see. And in fact, if you want, you can take the order date and put it under label. So we have the year as well as we have the sales okay, the points are basically getting displayed over there, and we're able to see that. So this is how the first thing we are able to do, and that metric was sales growth metric. So I will write it as SALES, sales, GROWTH, sales growth. Now let me move ahead, and by moving ahead, I will go for the next metric. It may happen some of the metrics we are not able to see, okay, because of the data limitations, but I will try to show you 3 or 4 metrics, and then I will help you to create the sales dashboard. Now, second thing we have is sales target. So in this particular sheet, we don't have any column which is giving us the target. So I'm skipping this one. Then we have sales per representative. Yes, this I have. So sales per representative, another sheet I'm creating, and I'm naming it as sales per representative. So I have people over here. I will bring the people into columns. So I have total 3 people, Damala, Emily, and Ross. So 3 people I have. And then I'm taking the sales over here. And you can see that based upon the people, I'm able to get how much sales is being done, sum of sales being done. I'll put it on labels so that I can see the values, and I'll put people also into labels so that I can see the names of the people along with it. So you can see that. And also I will put these people into color also so that I can get different colors for different people. It becomes more easy to have a look at it and understand it. So you have in front of you that sales per representative metric we have created. Now let us move ahead and try to create sales by region. So now I will be taking one more sheet over here, and I'll naming it as sales by region. So you can see that it is so easy. I told you that certain measures, certain features we should look upon, and one of the feature was it should be so easy to work with. And you can see that even today also after this workshop, even along with me, you will be able to work with Tableau. Not all the features, obviously, but yes, you will be able to work and do analysis. Now, this was basically sales by region. I have the regions over here. I'll take the regions into column section, and then I will be taking the sales column into the rows. And this is what sales by region. Again, I'll put the sales into label so that I can see the labels. I can put the regions into label, and I will put the region also into color. So here we are able to see that which region is performing well. So this is sales by region. Let me go for one more metric at least, sale through rate. So this is basically this we don't have that data. Sales per product. So I won't do per product because there are many products. I won't do with product. I'll do with categories. Okay, I'll do with categories. So here sales per category, category. Sales per category I will do. So now I will take the category and I'll put it here. There are only 3 categories: office furniture, and I think office supplies, and some technology equipment materials. And sales I will be taking here under rows, and this is what is my sales per category. So sales I'll take it under label, and category I'll take it under color, and category I'll take it under label also. So this is my chart, sales per category. Okay, just to add one more, let me cross check if I can do pipeline velocity. Here I can't do, that is not there. And then code to close is not there. And average purchase value, total sales, number of sales. So okay, total so average purchase value we can draw. So total sales revenue divided by number of sales. So this we can have, and this could be simply you know I can have it maybe again category wise. So I can have categories over here, and I can have a calculated column over here. So I can click on this and create calculated field, and this is a field which is average AVG average SALE sales VALUE value. So average sales value. So average sales value would be we will have sum of sales. Okay, sum of sales divide by count of sales only. Count of sales. Okay. So sum of sales divided by count of sales. Okay. So this we will have. So here you can see average sales value. This I'm putting here, average sales value. So this is sum of sales divided by. So average sales value for furniture is 519, 158 and 582. Okay, this is the average sales value. And I can put average sales value into label, and I can put it into category, put category into label, and again category into color. Okay, this much we have done. This is average sales value, AVERAGE average SALES sales VALUE value per category. I have done CATEGORY category. Okay, one more I will add, okay, just to demonstrate. And this one I'm doing is about the the country wise, or we can say state wise. Okay, state wise sales we will see. So you can see that these are the states which are getting displayed over here. And I will take sales for the size. Okay, size of the bubbles which we have. So you can see that the size of the bubbles have got changed. And what I can do is I can give a different name also to the states. So I will bring the state into here, and you can see that now all the states have got different color. And we can see that they are having different bubble sizes. Okay, so I've increased the bubble size so that you can have a look at them, okay, from the size. So this is what is. And yes, I can do the sales into label so that sales is visible over there. Now you can see sales is visible. If you want them to be overlap, you can take overlapping, and they all will overlap, which won't look good. So I'll not do overlapping. So this is how the map is also created. And this is sales, SALES, sales per state, STATE, state. Now we have multiple sheets created. Now you know that we have multiple sheets created, and all the sheets are related to sales only. Now what I will do is I will now go to this particular option, which is the option for creating a dashboard. So I'll click here on dashboard, and you can see that whatever sheets I have created, they are visible here. All the sheets are visible here. Sales growth, sales per representative, sales by region, sales per category, average sales, all the options are visible here. Now, under the size, I will go. I prefer to have a size which is automatic. So you can see this is automatic size. And here, basically, I'll start putting this text box from the objects, this text box, and I'll write SALES sales, ANALYTICS analytics, DASH, BOARD, board, sales analytics dashboard. And I will increase the font size. I'll increase the font size to 28. I'll make it bold. And from Tableau book, Tableau book is also good, but if you want little fancy, you can change it. Sales analytics dashboard. If you want to change the color of the text, you can change it from here. And the color of the text box is also changed. Yes, so this is sales analytics dashboard. I'll keep it at the center. Like, you can design your own dashboard whatever way you want. So I'll keep this at the center. And now I will start with sales growth. I'll bring it here. Sales growth, I have brought it here. Sales per representative, I'll keep it on one side of the sales growth. Sales by region, I'll keep it below here. Just a second. So here I'll keep. And yes, so here you can see. And then sales per category, I'll keep it here. And then average sales, I'll keep it here. And one more we have, which I'll be keeping on this side, which is sales per state. I'll be keeping this side. Okay. Okay, fine. Now I think this sales per state should be down here. Okay. So this should be taken down over here, and this can be taken up over there. Okay, yes. And now these small, these things can be adjusted somewhere here. Okay, not keeping them there. So I'm just adjusting them over here. Yeah, so it got adjusted. Let me just increase a length to a little bit. Okay, then category also can be put over here. And after category, next we have state. So even state can be put over there. And then this size also I'll keep somewhere here. Okay, so I've kept all of them there. Okay, and now what we can do is I can just make this little, yeah, adjusted like this. Okay, so this is my sales analytics dashboard. And if I want, I can, have some more spacing over here. That is something all depends on me, that how I want that. Okay, sheet name and anything you want to edit, you can edit all those things. So this is what I have created. Fine. This is my sales analytics dashboard. I'm not creating it more, creative or more components. I'm not putting them here. Although I can do that. Okay. I can put some blank spaces over here. You can see that blank space I have put over here. Okay. Just to create some spacing between the two things. So yes, you can do this. Okay. You can have some blank spaces just to create some space between two things, so that the visibility is better. Okay, so that you can always have. So this sales analytics dashboard is created. You can click on this present particular icon to present it under full screen, and here you can see it is visible full screen way. Okay, and it is very much interactive. You can click on furniture, it will only show the items which are belonging to furnitures. Okay, and then if you click on particular country, it will only show data related to that particular country. Wherever basically that particular category gets applied, it basically shows that way. Fine. So this is how we have successfully created the dashboard. And now the next part is to publish it. In order to publish it, you can go here. One thing is save to Tableau public. Okay, you have to do. Once you are doing save to Tableau public, you have to sign in. And this is one-time activity. Once you sign in, after that, you don't need to sign in again and again. So I'm signing it with my Gmail. So I'm signing with my Gmail, and then you will see that this particular notebook, I'll assign some name and it'll get published. So let us just wait for a minute's time. So this is SALES, sales, ANALYTICS, analytics, DASHBOARD, dashboard. Save. It is currently publishing the views onto the Tableau public server, you can see. And almost done. It'll open up the browser and show you also. Let's wait for it. Let me just go to the browser. Yes. Yeah, where is the browser? Yeah, so here you can see in the browser, it has published under my name. Okay. So in the browser also, you have multiple options over here. You can see that edit you can do, you can add to the favorites, you can share it with people, you can download this, and you can nominate for the best design. Okay, this way you can nominate. So every day they come up with the best designs, you can nominate, and maybe you can get that thing. Then you can basically do the settings if you want to show the sheets, if you want to allow the access to others people. So that thing you can basically see here. So you can come to my profile. I keep on creating such things. You can download from my profile such dashboards, data sets, and you can yourself also work upon it. So this was all about Tableau, and I believe it was a good walkthrough, and you must have understood the workflow, that how does it works. Okay, and now we can have a just 2 minutes break we can take, and then we will continue with another data set with another tool. Okay, so I'll be covering up Power BI after this, and I'll be telling you multiple options of Power BI. And once again, I'm telling you, if you have not configured it, just go to Microsoft Store and search for Power BI. There will be two options. One is Power BI, another is Power BI Desktop. So Power BI Desktop, you can basically install that one. Okay, so install the Power BI Desktop. That is something you should do. So this one, you have to install Power BI Desktop. So 2 minutes for that you can, and once you are installing, once it is installed, you can basically click on open, and then it will work for you. There's one question, sir, Power BI is good or Tableau is good? So I'll tell you, if you are a startup owner, you go with Power BI. It is less costly and it is very easy to work with, and, and very competitive. But Tableau has got great community support. So community support is something which is very important. If you're stuck up somewhere and if you need some help, so you need a good community. So Tableau is very, very, very senior in terms of age, and therefore there's a great community to help you out, and therefore people prefer more Tableau. But if you see the certification cost, licensing cost, and everything, it is almost double than Power BI. Okay, so it is more costly. So therefore, I'll prefer you can go with Power BI at the beginning. And now we will have a walkthrough and practical with Power BI also. So you will find that they both are similar. They're not much different. They both are similar. Power BI has got more functionalities of what Microsoft gives with other products. Okay, like Excel sheets and others. So it has given more of such capabilities also. So I hope I have given your answer. It depends, if you want to use free, you explore both of them, no problem. Okay, I love both of them. I work more with Tableau, but I also work with Power BI, so I love both of them. Depending upon your requirement, you can choose startup, less cost, go with Power BI. Costly and more stable solution, more good number of support you want, go with Tableau. Okay. All right, so 2 minutes, and in these 2 minutes, you can configure Power BI, and then we'll start with Power BI, discussing on maybe same data set and taking some more data sets, okay, from HR or other domains. All right, so let's resume back. And now we will work with Power BI, and there's a question. Okay, by the time we are starting, you can ask your friends, those who basically left for the break, to come back. And Omkar, you can confirm if I was able to answer your question. And there's one more question, which is basically, I have knowledge of Tableau and I practice on it for my future interviews. Having that Tableau background, how much time will I need to learn Power BI? So my answer is that you will enjoy once you start working with Power BI also. It has got very similar kind of abilities that Tableau is having. So I believe to start working with Power BI and to become well versed with like from beginner to intermediate, it won't take you more than 2-3 days. Okay, okay. Once you reach that, then basically you need to work more on like we have calculated fields there. Similar way here also we have calculated fields. We have DAX language in Power BI. So that will consume little time, not much time, in the sense we need to remember certain formulas and the way we do in Excel. So very similar way here we have query. Even Tableau has got that. So that basically will consume little time. Okay, so that is all depends on practice. So I think you should invest 3-4 days to do the same kind of analysis you did on Tableau, and you will be able to work with Power BI then. Okay, fine. So you all can open from here Power BI. This desktop is free. You can work on this and you can publish your reports by creating a free account on the Power BI cloud, that is Azure. Okay, so there you can do that. Yes, so the free account, again, free accounts give limited access, but yeah, for practice purpose they are good. Once you are well versed with free accounts, even you can pass the certifications also with free accounts. Okay, so this is the dashboard of Power BI. And yeah, where has it gone? Yeah, let me just did I close it? Maybe. So let me open it again. So yes, this is Power BI opening once again. And it also has got similar kind of mechanism. The first one is data loading part, but it has got one interesting tool. I'll tell you about that. So I'm closing this now. This center part is known as canvas. So once we load the data, we can do all the designing here. It does not have multiple types of sheets and dashboard and then stories over here. It has got page 1, page 2, page 3, this kind of setup they have done. And it has got on the right hand side filters. You can apply filters over the data. This is the filters tab. Then this is visualization tab, from where you can choose in a visualization. This is fields tab, where basically your data will get loaded. Okay, so currently no data is loaded, that's why it looks like this. Then here we have data. This bar is having data bar, queries, insert, calculations, sensitivity. Okay, so multiple things we have. So step one is obviously to start with data, and I have an Excel workbook. So I'm clicking on Excel workbook to import. I'll go to downloads, and from there the same data I'm uploading, so that you get familiarity with the same data. So here in front of you, the data is getting loaded, and it will open a Power Query window. This is another important component and wonderful component. You can see this Power Query window. This Power Query window, okay, before that, this navigator is here. So let us see this particular navigator, that how this navigator is working. So this navigator is intermediate way, it is loading the data, and after loading the data, what is going to happen? Then now you can see orders, people, return. We are able to see all the sheets. I can tick on them, whichever I want. I can tick on them. So you can see that orders I have ticked, and its preview is here. And people I have clicked or ticked, its preview is here. And returns I have clicked, its preview is here. Okay. Now I have option below a load, transform, and cancel. So three options I have: load, transform, and cancel. Three options I have. What I will do is I will basically click on transform. So if I click on transform, there is a reason why I'm clicking on transform. Now you can see processing queries. It automatically creates some queries. And this is the Power Query Editor we are able to see. This Power Query Editor will help me to work with the data in order to pre-process it. Now you can see that this returns has got order ID and return as one row. Okay, one row here, but it's not a row, it's column header. So here on corner, you can just see here on corner, I can click on it, and I can click on the option use first row as headers. So now you can see the first row are being used as a header. Okay. Now, second thing is people. So in the people also, the same thing has happened. In people also, we have the region and people, which are basically in the first row. They should be the column names. So I'll click on the corner table icon again, and I'll click on use first row as headers. Okay, let me check the orders table. So orders table is perfect. Row ID, order ID. Okay, it is perfect. Fine. This is perfect. And now one more thing is there. In the people, we have so many nulls, right? We have so many nulls. So what I can do is I can basically remove columns. Okay. I can remove, sorry, I should remove rows actually. Let me, here you can see, okay, removed columns. So I can basically delete this particular step, and that column has come. So understand this particular window. Okay. So for the first time, you might be seeing this window. Here, automatically, it keeps on generating steps. I need to remove some rows. Okay, remove rows. So I'll click here, remove rows, and remove top rows, bottom rows. Okay, so I've clicked on remove bottom rows, and it says number of rows. So 4 I'm telling, and I say okay. Okay, so it has just removed. Okay, rather I will do. Okay, instead of doing this remove, what I will do, not 4. I'll just delete this particular action. I will actually select delete. I'll actually select keep rows, and I'll keep top 1, 2, 3 rows only. That's it. And those nulls will get removed. Okay, this much is done. Even in returns, let me check. So in returns also, do I need to do that? So I guess I may not have to do that. Okay, it also has got nulls. It also has got nulls. So I should remove them. So 637 rows are okay. So keep top 637 rows. So 637 rows. You know that nulls, they will create unnecessary issues for us. So I have kept only the relevant. Even orders, if orders is also having, I can basically remove them. Okay, I can remove them if it is having, then in that case. Hmm. Okay, it'll take time, so that's fine. So this is the window where you can do pre-processing. Okay, you can work on the data, pre-process it, and then you can just close this window. It will ask, do you want to apply the changes? Say yes, I want to apply the changes. And now all the data will be available in this field section. Okay, so it is loading now. You can see loading. It is ETL. First was extracting, second was transforming, now it is loading. You must have read this ETL process in data warehousing concepts, or basically if somebody is technical already working into ETL of some tools, maybe Cognos or somewhere Informatica, you know this process well. So we fetch the data, extract it, transform it, and then we load the data before we actually analyze. So now data is loaded. Now we can analyze. So orders table, people table, and returns table. So data is loaded here properly. People table and then returns table. Okay. Now here, how you need to work. I'll tell you how you need to work. In this particular section itself, you can work. Okay, in this particular section. So I'll take a text box, and in this particular text box, I'll increase the font size to 28, and I'll change the color. Okay, and I'll make it blue. I'll make it center aligned. And this is SALES, sorry, this is SALES sales, ANALYTICS analytics, DASHBOARD, sales analytics dashboard. So this is sales analytics dashboard. So I'm keeping it on top. That's it. Okay. Now in this particular dashboard, I will start with certain charts. I'll start with a chart over here, which is stacked bar chart. Okay, stacked bar chart. So let me click on it. And as soon as I click on it, that stacked bar chart is basically, it appears like this. Okay, it appears like this. Just give me a minute. Just give me a minute. Okay, so here we just clicked here. Okay, you can see I just clicked on this particular chart, and this chart was populated here. Okay, but it is blank, but it is giving us an idea. It is giving us an idea that how this chart looks like. So you can see that how this chart looks like. Okay, it's giving us an idea. Now, you can see under visualization section, under visualization, we have something called as axis, legend, values, small multiples. You can see in this, okay, let me highlight that section. So here you can see this particular section. So for the first time, it may happen that, so here you can see, okay, we have multiple things over here. Okay. So this, we have to use these fields in order to make that chart. Okay, how to do that? Let me show you. What we will do, from the orders table, we will put the things over here. Okay, we'll put the things over here. Okay, shall I do that? Yes, let me do that. So what I will do is, I will pick up something from order. The first thing we wanted to pick was sales, and that too, let's say sales which is region wise. So I will take region into axis. So you can see that it is populating the region. You can see over here in the chart, it's populating the region, right? And after region is getting populated, I will have values on the sales value. Where is the sales? It's here. Sales in the values section. Now you can see again the chart, it has populated. So it is so simple. So you just need to click on a chart. After clicking on a chart, I'll show you once again. Let me do Control Z, 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 Control Z, done. Once again, I'll show you. Okay. Oh, let me redo certain things. It got, okay. So now, first of all, what I did, I basically started with a text box. I have taken, in the text box, I have taken central line. I increased the font to 28, and I have written SALES, sales, ANALYTICS, analytics, DASHBOARD, dashboard, sales analytics dashboard. I have kept it here, and this way. Okay. And here I'm just making blue in color. Okay. Now, if you want to add a chart, what you have to do, again, I'm telling you the same steps. Click on a chart. That chart will get populated here. And then whatever size you want to give to that chart, you make it of that particular size. And then under the visualization section, you have to pick up, under axis, I am picking up the region into axis, and I'm picking sales into values, and you can see that I'm getting the details. Okay, central, north, south. I have a legend also. Okay, I have a legend also. I will show you the legend part in the next chart. So one chart is created, sales by region. And you can see that it is so smart that I did not have to give sales by region. It itself has created this sales by region. Did I write that name? No, I did not write that name. It itself has created that particular name, and the chart is populated. Now let me have other chart. Now I will show you the second chart. Okay, this is stacked column chart. So it has automatically come on the bottom. So let me just decrease the size of the above chart and increase a bit of this. And here also exactly the same axis values. Okay, so it was sales by region, the first one, but this I will make by categories. Okay, so axis I have got categories, and then sales I have got into values. So this is sales by categories. So you can see that where is the maximum sales happening, in which region. So it is the central region where is the maximum sales has happened, and which category has got maximum sales. Technology category has got maximum sales. Okay, this much is clear. Now let me have one more graph. Okay, and this I will do clustered bar chart. Clustered, this one. In this clustered bar chart, I will put the region into axis, I will put sales into values. I will put category into legend. Now you can see what is happening. Now tell me, in which region maximum sales are happening? Obviously central, but in which category maximum sales are happening? In central region. it is technology. Okay, so this is called as drilling down, going down, okay, into the depth. Fine, this is called as going down into the depth. Okay, so this is sales by region and category. Okay, you can just confirm me in the chat box if you are able to understand the interpretation also. Are you able to understand the interpretation? The first chart shows only one thing. Yes, that sales by region. That means only by region, central region, north region. Second, by category. The chart format is different. Okay, the chart format is different. This chart is clustered bar chart. Okay, this chart is clustered. So this one is clustered chart. And in this particular clustered chart, what is happening? In this clustered chart, we have three columns. Exactly, level of details. Drilling down also you can say. A little bit of drilling down we are doing. Okay. Okay. So now let's have next thing. I will have this one, 100% stacked bar chart. Okay. This is also having same fields here. So you can see that the bar charts are basically either stacked one on top of the other, okay, or they are clustered in a group, but they are ultimately bar charts. Okay, we are able to interpret them. So why not to take some other form of chart? Okay, now let me take other form of chart, and this chart I will take as a ribbon chart. So I'm taking as ribbon chart. Okay. Into this particular ribbon chart, what I'm doing, I'm basically putting, let me put the city here. We'll do it city wise. City into the axis. So we will have multiple cities over here. Cities are a great in number. Cities are a great in number. Okay. So we have cities over here, and sales I will put, because we are doing everything with sales only. So I'm putting sales over here. You can see. Okay. And with cities, you can see now it is like a this is looking like a bar chart. And now I will do one thing. I will take the region as legend. So I've taken region as legend, and here you can see this is basically a ribbon chart. This is not very well visible. So what I will do, I will remove the city from here, and I will take category over here so that it is visible. So now you can see the ribbons. Okay, it's like ribbons are floating. Okay, so ribbon chart. So what we are able to see here, we have a bar chart also, like total technology, total office supplies, okay, furniture. But the ribbon is also showing that for basically the central region, the technology products are sold high. For office supplies, for central region, it is sold high. For furniture also, central, it is sold high. Like for central region, which is in blue color, all the supplies are higher and higher and higher. Okay. But if you see about the north region, so north region technology products are second highest sold, and furniture products are second highest sold. But if you see that office supplies are not second highest, but third highest they are being sold. So ribbons basically are coming over the other. That means it is having some higher value. So this is how in Power BI also we are able to create charts, and in a single page we are able to create a dashboard. Okay, now I can basically limit the size. I can limit the size of this chart, and I can add one more chart over here. So now let me add a map over here, a small map I'm creating. So you can, I have clicked on this map, and you can see that map has come here. Inside this map, I will show the countries. So this it says that map and field map aren't enabled for your organization. So there is a setting. I'll go to files, under options and settings, under options, and let some pop-up come in under security, and here use, yeah, it is use map and field map visuals. Yeah, it is written over here. Okay, and fine. Okay, so currently it is not showing. Let me change the map. Okay. So again, it's not showing. Okay, although I have changed the setting. So map visual, I may not be able to show you here. Let me show this one. This, yeah, fine. So this feature, so ArcGIS sign in below. Okay, so let me do one more thing. I will sign in, okay, because I didn't sign in. So if my sign in credentials are here, I'll just check in a minute's time. Let me save it and let me sign in. Okay, and this is SALES sales, ANALYTICS analytics, DASHBOARD dashboard, sales analytics dashboard. Let me save it. And yeah, so already I'm signed in. My workspace select. So I believe that should help me. So in Tableau also we can publish and it goes to the Tableau public server. Here also I can publish it. It goes to the cloud. Okay, so you can see here it has gone to the cloud. It has been published. Yeah. So yes, so this is the dashboard which is published over here. Okay, let me go back. Let me close this as of now and go back here. And let me once again check if I can get the maps created. So, okay, so they're not enabled. So let me just change it to some other type. Now I will be changing it to this funnel chart. Okay, so we have funnels, or let me show you something very interesting. Let me delete this and let me enlarge it, and I will go to another yes, another page so that you are able to clearly see. So dashboard creation, you have seen that we can basically put them and organize them in a well manner in a particular page. Now I'm creating another page, and here I'll show you a very interesting thing, and this is decomposition tree. So here you can see it is decomposition tree. So in this particular decomposition tree, you need to put that what you want to analyze. So let's say I want to analyze starting from the regions part. Okay, so I have put the regions over here, and you can see that it tells me count of regions. Okay, then I can put sales, here it will tell me about the total sales. Okay, but now let's say, because we are doing about sales only, so I have put here sales. Now sales, I want to explain the sales by region, I want to explain further by categories, and I want to explain further by subcategories. So what I did, okay, I'll just cross them once again. Okay, and once again I'll put, so I have taken decomposition tree and I have put sales over analyze. After that, I have put say categories under the explained by. I have put regions under that, and I am putting the subcategories. So ultimately, region should come first. So region I'll take on top, region, category, subcategory, and I'll enlarge it. Okay, I'll enlarge it. So now you can see, let's have the interpretation. So sales you can see is over here. This is the total sales. Okay. And here you can see, okay, it is sum of sales, total sales is there. Fine. Now here we have a plus option, plus. So you can decompose, you can click and it will ask you, how do you want to decompose? Category wise, region wise, subcategory wise. So I'm choosing region wise. So you can see central region this much, north region this much, south region this much. Okay, now further you can decompose. Okay, category wise or subcategory wise. I want category wise. So it will get decomposed category wise. Okay, so it got decomposed category wise. Okay, so you just click here, it will decompose technology. You click on north. Okay, it will tell you about north. Okay, so this is how. And then further, now we have one thing, subcategory, decompose it subcategory wise. So this is subcategory wise decomposition. This is subcategory wise decomposition, subcategory wise decomposition. Okay, so this is how it happens. Fine. Is it interesting that you can add more columns to it? So it will first go for sales. Okay, in central, how much was the sales? In central also technology, how much was the sales? In technology, what are the subcategories? Phones, copiers, machines, accessories. What was the sales in phones? Okay, so keep on decomposing. Okay, also called as drilling down, drilling down, drilling down. Okay, so are you finding it interesting? Are you finding the capabilities of Power BI are really good? Yeah, quick. Okay, a thumbs up. Thank you. Yes. So these are so interesting tools, and we are yet discussing just simple way to create graphs, simplest way to create graphs. We are not even entering into making things complex. Simply, we are creating certain graphs here. Now, let me show you some certain more things. Now, let us go into other page, and we have an option of creating this particular table. You can see table creation. Okay, so I have clicked on table, and let me enlarge it. So I have enlarged the table, and we have only one thing, values over here, values, nothing else is there. Okay, and in this one, if you want to basically check on the basis of region, you take the region here. On the basis of category, you take the category over here. On the basis of sales, you take the sales over here. It has populated the whole of the table over here. The table looks very small. So what I will do, one option is there with us. Okay, look at this particular option. This particular option is, you can look here. This option is format. I have highlighted it. Okay. So click on this particular format option. You will get multiple options to, change the font, change the color, change the shapes, border, a lot of things you will get, lot of things. Okay. So what you can do is, now here, I will basically change the font size. Can you see column headers? So column headers, I'll increase the size. I'll make it to 18. So 18 is good enough. 19, yeah, 20 is good enough. Okay, so column headers I have changed. Then values also I will change. So values also, I think 18 we can give. Yeah, so it is quite visible now. Okay, 18 is quite visible. So, and you can change the colors and everything. Okay, background color and everything you can do. Okay, so that I'm not doing. You can borders. Yeah, I'll give borders. Bottom only, frame I'll give. Okay, yeah, frame should be there, and top top plus bottom should be there. Yes, right, only none. So I'll give frame. Okay, then border is done, header is done. Now what I will do, something interesting, I'll show you one more thing. Here we have cell elements. Okay, yeah, and we have specific columns. Apply to header. Okay, so yes, so what I will do here, for the regions, for the sales, I will do for the sales, I'll select here sales. Under cell elements, I'm selecting sales. What I'm doing, I'm enabling the background color. So you can see that there's a background color given over there. Can you see that background color is representing something? It is darker, it is lighter. Can you tell me in the comment that what is darker and what is lighter color? Can you just look at that and understand? Yeah, so by that time you are doing, I'm going back, and after sales I'm adding profit also. This time below it I'm adding profit. So you can see one more column has come, profit. So yeah, in comment I need what is this dark color, what is this yeah, descending, correct. So darker means, the dark color means higher value, light color means lower value. Yes, so with the color also, because we are talking about visualization, so in the table also we can do such visualizations, that darker color means higher, light color means lower value. So sales, where it is darker, where it is lighter, that we are able to see here. Now for profit also we'll do something. Okay, so I'm again clicking on the format. I'm going to the cell elements, and I'm choosing here as profit, and under profit I will click on data bars. Now tell me the interpretation of the data bars. Can you see that whenever where the bars are higher, they are having higher values, right? And one more thing I can see, that whenever there are higher profits, eventually the sales is also higher, right? Eventually the sales is also higher that time. So that also we are able to see. Let me add one more column. So we have profit, we have sales, and let me have quantity also. Okay, we will see that how quantity also is relating to this particular whole of the scenario. Now what I will do is I will go for format, I'll go for cell elements, and I'll go into region, and I'll go for quantity now. And for quantity, I'll on the icons. Now look at the icons. What are you able to see for icons here? Green icon, a red icon. So we are able to see something for the icons also. Green means higher value, red means very low value, correct? So we have colors, we have icons, we have data bars, we have font colors. So these things are actually telling, again, visualization techniques. In Excel, we do this a lot. So visualization techniques which are helping us to understand that how the data is performing. Okay, how the data is performing. These things are telling us. Okay, so just a second. So yeah, where is that? Okay, yes. So how the data is basically what the data is trying to tell. One more interesting thing I'll tell you. You know, let's say you worked on this particular page and you are done. Now, if you want to make a copy of this, you can directly right click, go to copy and copy visual. So copying is also very easy. Okay, just right click, go to copy and copy visual. And after that, open up a new page and just click here, paste. Exactly the same thing has come here. Now I want certain more things. I want subcategories also. So I have taken subcategories and I'm putting it below the category. So you will see that because of subcategory, the number of rows will increase. And because the number of rows have increased, you can see some more icons, triangle. So the lowest value, it is red in color, and you can say diamond shape, triangle, little larger value, and the highest values are shown with the help of green circular images. Okay, so this is how basically you can visualize your data with the help of Power BI, and you can publish it. So I believe this was another interesting talk on Power BI using the same data set. Okay, and let's now have something else. Okay, are we good till now? You all can just confirm me if we are good till now. And by that time, let me just save this, and I can close this from here. Okay, fine. So with different domains we are discussing, and it is important. One thing is very important to understand domains. Okay, sometimes we know technical, we don't know the domain. And when I interact with people who are MBAs and BBA graduates, so they are good in domains and they have a fear that how can we do some technical work. So it's a combination, and analytics is a team. So you should develop your individual analytical skills. At the same time, you should work with the teams you have in your company. Okay, so that is how it becomes a good gel up. Okay, so let me just see if I can, yeah. So this sheet I have, this sheet where let me take up this particular data, and yes. So I will create a copy of this, make a copy. Okay, yeah. So let me just make a copy of this, and where I can just remove the other sheets, just keep the data. Okay, so here I'll just delete this one. Okay, continue editing, delete this one as well, and This is the limits. Okay. Okay. All right. Fine. So let's say this is the sheet which we are having. This is the sheet. Okay. And for this sheet, we need to work. Now, this sheet basically tells us about ID, that is employee ID, name of the employee, division, grade, actual expenses, and expense limit. So this particular person can make this much of expense. Okay. And this is the actual expense. Okay. So actual expense, what he made. For example, expense is 88,000 and he made an expense of 101. So what does this mean? This means that he has exceeded the amount, right? So I will delete these rows also. We don't need them. And delete rows 1 to 3. Yes. So this much is the data which we actually require. And these are some formulas. Okay, some VLOOKUPs. VLOOKUPs we'll not look at as of now. And let me now save as Google Sheets. No, let me download this file. So I'm downloading this Excel file and let us work on this. Okay, so here you can see this particular file is downloaded. And okay, now your choice. Which tool would you like to explore? You want to work on this file with Tableau or you want to work with this file with Power BI? Give me a choice quickly. Give me a choice. Quick choices. First come, first serve basis. Tableau, Power BI. So 2 votes for Power BI, 3 votes for Power BI, 2 votes for Tableau, Power BI. Okay. So more votes are coming for Power BI. So we will go with Power BI. Okay. So we'll go with Power BI. So let's go with that. Okay. Yes. Fine. So now let me create one new project for Power BI. Okay. So where is I closed it or what? Yeah. So this is one window. Yeah. Already one window is opened. It was Excel file. So import data from Excel. This is the file and let me load it. So it is getting loaded. And yeah. So this EMP master, this one I need. It's getting previewed over here and it has identified everything, which is good. And let me just load it. So this time I did not transform because it identified only one sheet I wanted and which was properly loaded. So I did not do anything else over there. So now it is getting loaded. You can see here. So this one is related to HR, that HR basically has given some limits for expenses and we are analyzing that who is crossing the limits and who is not crossing the limits. Some extra columns have turned up over here. Okay, probably from here. Okay. Fine then. So as of now, we can ignore them. Okay, I should have deleted them actually. Okay, but it's fine. Let them be. Okay, I could have deleted them, so I'm not doing it right now. Okay, as soon as you start ticking, it starts making. So it's very intelligent. It starts doing something as soon as you try working with it. Okay, so now I will take simply a clustered column chart. And in this particular clustered column chart, I would like to represent this information visually. Okay, what I will represent, I would like to take names on the axis. So I will have names of the people over here. And I will have legend. So rather legend, what I will do, yeah, I can take names and I will take legends as there was one column which tells us about limit crossed. So limit crossed is the column. So limit crossed, I will take as legends and I would be putting the values. Where are the values? The expenses. So actual expense. So actual expense under the values section. So this is going to tell me that, yes, now you can see. So true and false. So all those who are into orange color. Okay. Now, sometimes, this looks very small. So first thing is you can minimize the filters, you can minimize the visuals, you can minimize the fields. Or else here's a button you can see on top, focus mode. Click on it. It will take it you to the focused mode. Okay, so here you can see it is the focused mode. So it is interactive chart. So here you can see wherever blues are there, they basically, okay, false. They have not crossed the limit, but all those which are oranges, they have crossed the limit. So this is visual representation. Okay, so now even you can simply understand, looking at this table and looking at this information, I would personally prefer to go with this particular chart, because it is very clear that whosoever is basically orange in color, they are they have exceeded the expense limit, and all those who are into blue in color, they are under the limit. Okay, whatever was the allowed limit, they are under that. Okay, now there is excess percentage also. So let me go back to the reports, go back to the visualizations and fields, and there is one column that is excess percentage, this excess percentage. So I could have done this with the help of excess percentage also. So this shows about the excess percentage. Okay, so here you can see in this diagram that excess percentage of all the false are 0. So therefore they none of the blues are visible here. Okay, none of the blues are visible here. But here what I can do is I can have a stacked bar chart. Okay, and here basically I can have expenses also. Okay, so this one will also not do. Stacked bar chart and actual expenses and access small multiples. So okay, so this is not a better representation. Control Z. Okay, so with actual expenses, we have this. So that I can draw with hierarchies basically if I want to represent both of them. Fine. So this particular sheet is telling us mostly about these things, actual expenses and what basically expense they crossed. Okay, that is what it is telling us. Fine then. So now we are almost at the end of our session. Okay, it's already 12. So I would quickly like to have some quick feedbacks from all of you. So you can unmute, you can ask, or you can share any kind of feedbacks. Or if you want certain more things, you can unmute and you can tell, or you can tell it in the chat. So another 1 minute we can invest on that, and then we can close afterwards. Yes. So how did you feel yesterday's and today's? Was it knowledgeable, different domain wise, technically? Okay, fine. So yes, I take that. Okay, so whatever you want, you can please write here. Yes, yes. Yeah, so paginated reports, basically they come under I know you are working into that. Okay, so we can separately talk over it, and we can build it, because here it will consume time if I want to demonstrate. Okay, yeah, so we will discuss over it. Okay, fine, fine. So Poonam madam, if you have something to say, you can basically say, and then we can close the session for the day.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
I'm waiting for the ma'am. It will be
Your voice is breaking actually.
am I audible?
I think there is some network congestion.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, now it is audible. Now it is audible.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Yes. We will wait for Gupta ma'am.
Okay, okay.
We will wait for. It. Okay. Am I audible? Yes. Okay. Okay. Yes. We will wait for. It. Okay. Okay. Am I audible? Yes. Okay. Okay. Yes. We will wait for. It. Okay. Okay. Am I audible? Yes. 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 Okay. Okay.
Yeah, about interview tips and those things. So yeah, we will try, not try, we will do that. Okay, I can't tell about the time limit, but yes, we will come up with more such sessions, or maybe, as I told you, let me do some marketing for myself. Okay, so yes, you can go to our YouTube channel, and you can show your support by subscribing or liking. Okay, so what we will do is, we will keep, as per your feedbacks, we will create some simple small videos practically demonstrated, and we will put them over here. Okay, we'll put them over here. And those who are college students, you guys can basically, if you want to experience, if you want to work, then you can speak with the Poonam madam, or basically the coordinators. They can help you for some training and internship opportunities with us. Okay, so that can be one thing. And if somebody is working professional, if you need any kind of assistance or help, even you can get connected. So our email ID is info at the rate, if you have any kind of training requirement, so you can connect us at info at the rate indeedinspiring.com. I'm sharing here. If you have any sort of development requirements, if you want some assistance for your company, you can basically connect us on info at the rate crucial.com. Okay, so we deal in both the domains. If you have some implementation requirements, you can connect with us on crucial.com, info at the rate crucial.com. And indeed inspiring is basically for trainings purpose. Okay. Yeah, madam, I think there's some network congestion. No, like voice is breaking. I think, can anybody confirm, is it breaking only for me, or for everyone it is breaking?
Sir, it's breaking from M side.
Okay, it's breaking. Yeah, so it's breaking, madam, from your side. By the end of the day, certificates, if you have registered on that particular link itself, you will get by today, end of the day. And yes, recordings will be shared. This will be public because it was a free event. So this recording will be public, and a YouTube link will be shared. Okay, so I think there is some network congestion from madam's side. Okay, so yeah, I'll just wait for a minute's time for her to conclude, and then we can close. Okay, those who could not register, let me just help you. If I can quickly give you the link. Okay, those who attended but did not register. So I'm just checking if I can help you with the link. Yes, I have the link. So I'm sharing that link with you. So those who attended but did not register. So I'm just sharing the link with you.
Hello, now I'm audible?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Yes. Um, yes, thank you so much. Yes. Yes. On behalf of GH Raisani College of Engineering and Management, Department of IT, I would like to thanks to Kushal Sharma sir for conducting these 2 day sessions on the data visualization. Thank you so much, sir, for conducting these sessions, and definitely it will help to our students. Like you share the tool and all these things. They are having machine learning, so it will useful for them. Thank you so much for conducting this session. I will thanks to dear participant also for And definitely we will try out the internship at your organization. That's
Okay, thank you, ma'am, for extending support for this event. So let's conclude here. Thank you very much, all the participants, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Do you need any help?
Thank you.
I